This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So again, thank you guys for coming and joining us for the second round of PML Quiz Show. My name is Jay. I'm going to be, I guess, the host or the presenter. So I'm going to be showing my screen. I'm going to be going through reading the questions and going through the PowerPoint. We also have a co-host, Elizabeth Ramos. She's going to be monitoring the chat function, and she'll be helping me keep track of whose question it is and keeping track of what question was asked. We also have Ed. He's going to be keeping track of the scores, and at the middle of the round, we'll do like an update. Like at the halfway point, we'll have 2 rounds of trivia. And there's also Josh, who's going to be monitoring the group chat as well, and making sure any stragglers or anyone that comes in, he's going to be turning off the microphones and the cameras of everyone that's not a contestant. So again, we did ask that you mute yourselves, but of course we do have a chat feature in GoToMeeting, so you are able to communicate that way. So if you have any questions, you can type it in the chat function, then Josh or Elizabeth can address it or ask the questions. So at that point, we'll turn it over to our contestants. So if everyone can just briefly say your name, what department you work in, and maybe, I don't know, everything else. We can start with you, Brian, if you want to introduce yourself to everyone.
Okay, my name is Brian, and I work for the teen department, and I am the current reigning champion. I have to say, I'm a little bit intimidated by this current panel.
Martha?
Hi, I'm Martha. I work in community engagement, and I used to work with Brian. So I look forward to challenging you, Brian. I don't know if I'm going to win, but
oh my goodness,
I'll have fun.
And,
I don't
Rita,
laugh.
if you wanna.
Hi, I'm Rita. I'm from Children's and Parent Services, and I don't know, I'm here to do my best, and my name is Rita, not Shona. It's on this computer.
And Wendy?
Hi, I'm Wendy. I work in adult services, and I sometimes work with Brian.
All right. So again, we're going to be.
That is very heavily adult reference, people.
Ooh, someone has a lot of fans.
Fine by me.
Wendy has a large cheering section.
So we're going to be going in an order. So if you guys remember from the last round, we have a board and there's a couple categories and there's a couple questions in each category. We're going to be going in an order. So it's not going to be who controls the board. It's going to be the first person to get the question is going to be Brian. Then after his turn will be Martha. After that will be Rita. And then after that will be Wendy. You'll have roughly a loose 15-20 seconds to answer the questions. We probably won't time you unless you feel like you're taking too long. So there's going to be 2 rounds of this. There's not going to be a final category or a final question. It's the best of 2 rounds. If it is your turn to choose the question, we encourage you to answer the question. You will be penalized if you answer the question wrong or if you decide to skip if it's your turn to choose a question. If you answer the question and it's wrong, and then it goes into the next person that will have the opportunity to steal the question. And then if that happens, you can either steal the question and try to answer it, or you can say skip. If you skip at that point, you don't lose any points. But if you do enter it and it's wrong, you will lose the points. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. And we're also going to be introducing 2 new lifelines to the trivia program. So we have a Ask the Audience question or Ask the Audience lifeline. And for that, we would open the chat up to anyone that's watching. If you want to choose Ask the Audience, you just mention the lifeline that you want to use. And then who's ever watching, the participants or the audience, or you guys can type your answer into the chat function. We have, again, Josh and Elizabeth monitoring the chat, so they'll probably read out the top 3 or so answers, and then they'll pass that information on to a contestant who can either go with one of those answers or come up with another question or another answer. And then we also have a phone a friend or ask a family member or ask a specific member in the program. So if there's a question, you want to phone a friend, you can call them up. If you're living with someone, you can ask them the question directly, or if you're looking in the chat function and you see a specific, like if there's a friend in the chat or a coworker that you want to get their opinion on the question, you can ask that person directly. And again, Josh and Elizabeth will be monitoring the chat function. And you'll be able to use these lifelines in both rounds. So you'll essentially have 4 lifelines throughout the course of the program. So it's 2 per round. Does that
Can I
make
say
sense?
something, Jay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Around.
People in the audience, we only ask that you use the chat feature to shout out an answer when they're using the Ask the Audience feature. And just type answer in the chat because the contestants can see the chat and we don't want to encourage cheating. So only type the answers in the chat when we say, okay, we're asking the audience. That's it.
Okay. Does that make sense? Does anyone need any questions?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, you guys ready to play some trivia?
Yes.
Right.
All right, here we go. Wait a minute. So the first round, the first question is Inventions, Harry Potter,
Oh my God, I knew you were going to do that.
Guess the Language, Scooby-Doo, and American History.
Scooby-Doo.
So Brian, it is your it's your round. You won the last game, so you'll get to choose a category first.
I'll take Harry Potter for 300, please.
Harry Potter for 300.
Yes,
Okay. And the question is, what is the name of the wizard bank that is run by goblins in Diagon Alley?
Gringotts.
Gringotts. And the answer is Gringotts.
I would never know these.
Right. And from that, we'll go to Martha.
Guess the language for 400.
Guess the language for 400. Okay, the question is, music features many words from this language spoken by over 50 million people in Europe. Sample words include mezzo forte e a cappella.
Let's try Italian.
The answer is Italian, correct.
Good job, Martha.
Good job.
And Rita,
Okay, I'll try American history for 200.
American history 200.
Check it out
The
first.
question is, which future president was the leader of the Continental Army during the Revolutionary War?
George Washington.
Let's see. George Washington is correct.
Yay, Rita, yay.
That was 200, right, Liz?
Yeah, 200.
Okay.
Yes, that was 200.
Okay. And Wendy,
And a Scooby-Doo for 400.
Scooby-Doo for 400. And the question is, what year did the first episode of Scooby-Doo air?
1973.
Final answer.
Yes.
That is incorrect. So now it'll go to Brian. Do you
What was
want
the
to? I'm sorry?
I didn't see the answer. It still just says question.
Yeah, if it's wrong, I can't show it because the way the PowerPoint is.
No, you're right.
It
I'm
would
sorry.
always- So that was incorrect. Brian, it is now your board. Do you want to skip or do you want to try to answer?
I have a question. Can you use your phone a friend when you're trying to steal or no?
You can use it. It'll count towards your lifeline, but you can use it.
Yeah, I'm not going to though. I'm skipping.
Okay.
Just want to know.
That's a good question. Martha.
I will also pass.
Okay. Rita.
No clue. Pass.
All right, the correct answer was 1969.
Ooh.
That was 400. All right, so that was Wendy's question. So now it's Brian.
Oh yeah, Rita did. Okay. I'll take Harry Potter for 400.
Harry Potter for 400. And the question is, what wizard treat comes in flavors like peppermint, chocolate, grass, and earwax?
That would be Birdie Bot's all flavor beans.
Answer is close enough. Birdie Bot's
Wow.
Okay.
Good God.
was 400 for Brian. Martha, it is your board.
Let's see. I'll try guess the language for 500.
Guess the language for 500. Question. This language is spoken by over 120 million people in a developed country known for its technology. Common phrases include konnichiwa and arigato.
That's hard. Let me guess. Japanese.
Answer is Japanese.
Hey.
500
Good job.
Hey.
Arigato.
for Martha. And now Rita.
Okay, we'll stick with American history for 300.
American history for 300. Question. Where was Abraham Lincoln when he was shot by John Wilkes Booth?
He was at Ford's Theater, I think it was called. He was at the theater watching a play.
Are you going to
Ford's
go with
Theater?
Ford's
Yeah.
Theater? Let's
Yeah.
see. It is Ford's Theater.
Yay. Good job, Rita.
300. Wendy, it is your board.
I'm gonna do Scooby-Doo for 500.
Okay. Scooby-Doo, 500. Question. In a Scooby-Doo film, Shaggy is turned into a monster, and the only way for him to be turned back is to compete in a race against the other monsters. What monster is Shaggy turned into?
Bigfoot.
That is incorrect. Brian, do you want to steal it?
No, I'm gonna skip.
Okay. Martha, pass or
Pass.
skip?
Please.
Pass.
Skip.
Okay. And Rita, answer or skip?
No, I'll pass.
Pass. The correct answer for Scooby-Doo was a werewolf in Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf. Okay. Brian, it is your board.
I will take guess the language for 300. Sorry, Martha. I'm gonna try this one.
That's okay.
What's the language for 300? Question. This language is one of the 6 UN languages and is spoken by over 1 billion people.
There should be another part of that, Jay.
But it's not the official language of any nation, right?
Oh.
No, there was another part to that question.
I don't have it.
Not on the board?
No.
You know what? I'm gonna use my.
There you go.
Sorry, Brian.
That's it.
Examples. Ni hao ma. How are you?
Is it It's Chinese.
It can be Chinese.
It is Chinese.
Okay.
Good job, Brian.
I almost guessed wrong, so I'm glad you put that second part of the clue. I've been like, I almost
I
said
thought it was
English.
there. I thought they all came up at once. Martha.
Okay. Let's see. I'll try inventions for 200.
200 inventions.
You better do higher amounts.
Question. Which Scottish-born inventor is credited with inventing the telephone and was the co-founder of AT&T?
Alexander Graham Bell.
That is correct.
Ah,
Worth of 200 points. Rita,
Okay, we'll go American history 400.
American History 400. Question. The symbol of the United States is the bald eagle. It is rumored that Benjamin Franklin wanted which bird for our symbol instead?
The turkey.
Ooh, the turkey is correct.
Oh, Rita.
hey!
That's 200, right?
Go, Rita! Go, Rita! Go, Rita!
All right. Wendy,
I want to do Inventions for 500.
ooh, okay. Inventions. It's the greatest thing since sliced bread is a common idiom used around the world today. Who invented the automatic single loaf bread slicer machine?
Benjamin Franklin.
That is incorrect. Brian.
I'm gonna skip.
Okay. Martha.
I have to pass.
Okay. And Rita.
Pass.
Okay. Otto Friedrich Woodbender. We all know something new.
That's a common name.
That was 500. Brian, it's your board.
Okay, Harry Potter for 500.
Harry Potter for 500. Question. When he is not at Hogwarts, Harry Potter lives with his muggle aunt and uncle. What is their address?
Do you want the exact street number too?
Yes.
Let me, I guess we do, yes.
I am going to ask the audience because I know the street number, I don't know the street number. So audience, help me out.
Okay, audience, you heard Brian. He wants your help. You can go into the chat function and kind of say your guess.
Can I guess? This one I actually do know.
Can I look at the chat?
No, Liz or Josh, after about 30 seconds or so, if you guys want to leave the answer.
Okay. I know the street name. I just need the number. So people need to help me with the number. I'm like 70% sure I know it.
Hmm.
We got, okay, so far coming in, we have 4 Privet Drive and we have 51 Quincy Street.
I'll do 4 Privet Drive.
Final answer?
Yeah.
All right. That is the correct answer for Privet Drive. 500 for Brian.
I want to see now.
Martha, it is your board.
I'll try American history for 500.
500. Question. The United States led which failed attempt to rid Fidel Castro of power in 1961?
This is the name you want is the failed attempt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. The Bay of Pigs invasion?
Final answer?
Yes.
All right. Correct. The Bay of Pigs
Wow.
invasion.
Go, Martha.
All the 500 are off the board. Rita.
Oh dear, let's see. I guess I'll go American history 100.
American History 100.
I don't.
Question is, which event woke the sleeping giant, causing the United States to enter World War II?
The bombing of Pearl Harbor.
Bombing of Pearl Harbor is correct.
Woo! Good job!
And Wendy, here's your turn.
I'm going to take Scooby-Doo for 300.
Scooby-Doo for 300. Question. Who is Scooby-Doo's nephew?
Scrappy-Doo.
That is correct. Scrappy Doo.
Yay.
Points.
Finally.
Brian, it's your board.
I'll take Harry Potter for 200.
Harry Potter for 200. And the question is, what type of magical creature is Professor Remus Lupin? And we have Remus spelt wrong, but that's okay.
Okay. He's a werewolf.
That is correct. Harry Potter
Ow.
200 for Brian. Brian knows it's Harry Potter. Martha,
I'll take guess the language for 200.
guess the language for 200. Question. This language is spoken by over 90 million people, mostly in Central Europe and Switzerland. Notable words include Gesundheit and Doppelganger.
Oh, man. I don't know. Let me see. German?
That is correct.
Yay.
All right, Rita, it is your
All
turn.
right, let's try Inventions for 400.
Inventions for 400. Question. The modern mechanical cotton gin was patented in 1794 by which American inventor?
Eli Whitney.
Wow.
Yep.
Eli Whitney is correct.
Oh, come on, Rita. Woo!
And Wendy, it's
You
your
got
board.
this.
Scooby-Doo 200.
We do 200. And the question is, which treat is often used to convince Scooby and Shaggy to play the bait for capturing the monster?
Scooby Snacks.
Scooby Snacks is correct. 200 points for
Alright.
Wendy. And Brian, it's your board.
Let's finish Harry Potter up.
Harry Potter 100. Question. Quidditch is the sport of the wizarding world. What position does Harry Potter play?
Actually, this one I'm not so sure about.
Oh!
Jeez.
Yeah,
I don't
ask
like
a friend,
Quidditch.
Brian.
You do have your Ask a Friend lifeline.
Okay, I'm going to ask someone who I know knows Harry Potter pretty well. I'm going to ask Tabitha, who's here.
Okay. So if someone wants to unmute Tabitha.
It is. I unmuted myself. He's a speaker.
Go, Tabitha.
Come here, stay there.
I'll type it in the chat too, Brian.
I heard it actually.
Say,
She said seeker. I'm going to go with her answer.
Seeker, final answer?
Yeah, that's my final answer.
That is correct, Seeker.
Wow.
I always hate that part of the book 'cause I think it's very boring.
Really?
I'm going to pretend you didn't say that.
I skip it.
Oh, Brian.
All right.
Brian
Martha.
has no lifelines left,
It's okay.
at least for this round.
Yeah.
I'll
Martha.
take guess the language for 100.
Yes,
Oh, you know what?
language.
I'll switch. I want inventions. All right, never mind.
Oh, which one?
I'll take inventions for 300.
Inventions for 300. Question. The first Apple computer, the Apple I, was designed and hand-built entirely by whom?
Oh. Only by whom? I guess I'm going to have to use a audience shout out for this one because I have no clue.
Okay, audience, Martha wants to ask you for help, so I guess you guys can write your answers in the chat.
Okay. I got one chat response.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Anybody else want to help Martha out, have an opinion?
Ooh.
Ooh.
So far, you got Steve Jobs, and then you got Steve Wozniak.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and
Just the
somebody else,
two?
maybe.
No one else wants to chime in?
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go with Wozniak.
Steve Wozniak. Your lifeline paid off.
Woo! Thank you, thank you. All right, thank you.
That was 300 for Martha. And Rita, it is your board.
Okay, we'll finish up Inventions for 100.
Inventions for 100.
So that's left.
It's the predecessor to the modern record player. What is considered to be Thomas Edison's first invention?
The predecessor to the modern record player. Thomas Edison's first invention. I don't know, a gramophone.
That is incorrect. Wendy.
Does this take away from my turn?
No, it won't. So you can either skip it or steal it.
Is it the phonograph?
That is correct. The phonograph.
Catching up.
God.
And Wendy, it is your board.
I'm gonna do Scooby-Doo again.
Scooby-Doo for 100.
Yes.
Question. Scooby-Doo and the gang ride around in which green and blue van?
Is it called the Mystery Machine?
Let's find out. It is the Mystery Machine.
Yay.
And Brian, you want to finish the board?
Yes, I'll take Guess the Language 100.
Okay. Question. This language, spoken in over 20 countries, is part of the Romance language family, and common phrases include "ay caramba" and "hasta luego."
Oh, that's really. I'm gonna guess Spanish, but I'm not sure.
You have no lifeline.
I know, I'm gonna say Spanish.
Oh, he has no more lifelines. So.
I know.
Spanish is correct. So that is the end of the first round.
Yay.
And when Ed
Good
is done
job.
counting, he can give us an update on how everyone's doing. So Ed, whenever you want to give us an update.
All right, so at the end of the first round, we have Brian with 1,900 points, Martha with 2,100,
Oh,
Rita having 1,300,
Nice.
yay.
and Wendy coming in with -700. Catching a tough break at the beginning of the first round.
Thank you, Ed.
You can catch up in the next round. The points are double.
Points are doubled in the next round, and lifelines are all renewed, so everyone has a fresh coat of lifelines. And now for the categories. We have Marvel's Heroes,
Marvel's Heroes.
Guyland, Academy Awards, Vehicles in Media, and STEM. So we ended with Brian. Martha, it is your board.
Oh boy. I'm gonna try Long Island for 400.
Long Island for 400. And the question is, who was the first U.S. president to visit Long Island?
Oh, it must be George Washington.
It is George Washington.
Yay.
400 for Martha. And Rita, it is your board.
Okay, Long Island for 600.
Long Island, 600. Question. Which Long Island town is the birthplace of Walt Whitman?
Huntington.
Huntington is correct.
Yay. Woo.
Wendy, it is your board.
Vehicles in the media for 1,000.
Vehicles in the media for 1,000. Question. Which 1977 movie about two bootleggers, some beer, and a Pontiac Trans Am starred Burt Reynolds and Jackie Gleason.
Can I ask the audience?
Yes, you can. So audience, if you have the answer, you can write it in the group chat. And Liz or Josh will give us the answers.
Come on, guys.
Also a young Sally Field. That is correct, Jose.
Oh,
The audience is saying Smokey and the Bandit.
All right, Wendy, you heard the audience. What is your answer?
Smokey and the Bandit.
Yes.
Yes. Negative.
Wendy. Good job. Brian, it is your board.
I'll take Long Island for 800.
Long Island for 800. And the question is, Billy Joel's first album is named after which Long Island town?
I too am going to ask the audience because I don't know Billy Joel too well.
All right, audience, Brian wants to know, what is Billy Joel's first album called? Or which town is it called? It's the same name.
Not seeing a lot of answers.
A lot of Billy Joel fans in the audience. Then.
No, there's two. I didn't look.
Okay.
We got Cold Spring Harbor and Oyster Bay. More people are saying Cold Spring Harbor.
Okay, I'm going to go with Cold Spring Harbor.
And the final answer is Cold Spring Harbor.
Thank you, audience. I would never have gotten that on my own.
Audience. That was 800. Okay.
That's hard.
Martha, it is your board.
Okay. I'm going to try STEM for 400.
Them for 400. And the question is, in engineering, what is the strongest two-dimensional shape that can be made?
I'm gonna ask a friend if I can. Can I do that?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I mean, they're in the audience maybe, but I'll try.
All right, if they're in the audience, do you want to ask them?
I don't know if they are for sure, but
You can check.
Chaz, is Chaz out there?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Do you want to
Oh, it
call
says
them?
Chaz
Or
has arrived.
oh,
So Chaz is here.
Is he? Okay.
The Chaz has arrived.
Oh, Chaz has arrived.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Chaz, do you know the answer to this?
I don't know the question, so no.
okay. Here's the question. In engineering, what is the strongest two-dimensional shape that can be made?
Strongest two-dimensional.
Yes.
I would
I'd have to say a circle.
that's what I was going to say. A circle.
That's not.
I don't know. We'll see.
Let me check.
Do that or a triangle.
That is incorrect.
Yeah. Okay.
Rita.
That was my other choice.
A triangle?
That's the answer.
Triangle is correct.
Yay, good job, Rita.
Thanks for
400.
trying.
Yes.
Thanks for trying.
Rita, it is your board.
Oh, good. I guess Long Island for 1,000.
Long Island for
I don't know
1,000.
any of the other answers, though.
The question is, Jerry Seinfeld and Alec Baldwin both grew up in which Nassau County hamlet?
Massapequa.
That is correct, Massapequa. 1,000 points for Rita. Wendy, it is your turn.
STEM for 1,000.
STEM for 1,000. Question. In Einstein's famous equation, E equals mc squared, what does the C stand for?
I have like half of it. What are my choices for lifelines?
You have your phone a friend.
Phone a friend.
I don't know. The constant of, oh, is that okay? Constant of change?
That is, what was it again? I'm sorry.
Constant of change?
Constant of change is incorrect. Brian, it is your board. Do you want to steal or answer? Or steal or pass?
Can I use my last lifeline?
You can.
Okay. I have a friend in the chat. His name is Jonathan. I'm going to ask him.
All right, Jonathan.
Yeah, you rang?
Yes. Can you answer the question? You know the answer?
Yeah, the C is equal to the speed of light.
Okay, I'll go with his answer.
All right, the speed of light, Brian. Final answer.
Yes.
All right, that is correct.
I never would have gotten that on my own as well. That was a hard one, Wendy.
That was a hard one. 1,000 points for Brian. And Brian, it is your board.
I am going to do vehicles and media for 600.
Vehicles in media for 600. And the question is, which 1984 film stars Prince as the Kid, who rides a colorful Honda CM400A motorcycle?
I am out of lifeline, so I'm going to use my guessing powers. I'm going to say, I don't know any Prince films. I know. People are going to be making fun of me in the chat for this. I'm going to guess Purple Rain. That's the only one I know.
Good job, Brian. Purple Rain.
Good guess, Brian. A good one.
Complete shot in the dark.
I just F. Okay. Oops.
Yeah, that was hard.
Might have had a technical difficulty there. I exited the program. What was that? 400?
That was that was 600.
600, right? Let's see. Yes, it was 600.
And then Long Island 200 was still there. But I think
this one was wrong. This one was taken out. A lot of Long Island was gone too, right?
Yes.
Everything but the 200 was gone.
200, right?
200.
And
that was it.
Yeah, that might have been it. Okay.
Okay.
All right,
I'll
Brian.
try. It's my turn.
Yeah, Martha's your turn.
I'll try STEM for 800.
STEM for 800. Question. This simple machine can be found in everyday life in the form of shovels, fishing rods, and seesaws.
Oh, what is a lever or lever?
Lever is correct.
Okay.
Oh, Martha.
800. All right. Rita, it is your board.
All right, I'm gonna try Academy Awards for 600.
Academy Award 600. Question. Rami Malek became the first actor of Arab heritage to win the Best Actor Award in 2019 for portraying which music legend?
Freddie Mercury.
That is correct.
Yay!
Good.
That was excellent, right?
600.
Thank you. Wendy, it is your board.
Vehicles in the media or in media, 800.
Vehicles in media, 800. And the question is, which film released in 2008 stars Clint Eastwood and a Hmong-American cast and prominently features the car of Eastwood's character? You do have a lifeline.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, you
But
have your.
it has to be. Let me see who's here. You know what?
Yeah.
My dad is here.
Okay. Want to ask Dad?
Can you turn on your mic, Dad?
We could do that, yeah.
Hey, this is your mom. Can I answer instead? He doesn't know how to turn on his mic.
That's fine.
Is that acceptable to everybody else?
Yeah,
That's acceptable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you need the question right again?
Do I go ahead and answer?
Yeah.
Gran Torino.
You know, Wendy, you heard your mom's answer. Is that the one you want to go with?
I can't name any Clint Eastwood movies, so yes.
All right. Thank you, Mom. Great. That was correct. 800.
I didn't see her. It says offline.
All right. Ryan, it is your turn.
I will take Academy Awards for 400.
Academy Award for 400. Let's ask the question. Which actress holds the record for receiving the most Oscar nominations?
Oh boy. There's another shot in the dark. I am going to guess Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep is correct.
Good
Oh.
Very
I really
good.
have no idea.
Good job, Brian.
Good job.
All right. Martha.
Oh, I guess I'll try STEM for 600.
STEM for 600. Question. This mathematical constant is used primarily when working with circles and is infinitely long.
And working with circles and is infinitely long. A constant. I will try E. The letter E.
The letter
Lowercase.
E is incorrect. Rita, you want to?
Well, I'm gonna guess. I'd say pi.
Pi?
Oh, yeah. Duh.
Pi
Duh.
is correct.
Good job.
Good job, Rita. It is your board.
Good one.
Now, is it my turn?
Yes.
Oh, I
Academy
bombed
Awards, Academy Awards for 1,000.
Academy Award for 1,000. Question. In 2004, The Return of the King became only the second movie sequel in Oscar history to win the Best Picture award. Which movie sequel was the first to win?
2004. The Return of the King became the. Can I use my my phone a friend or whatever here?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I gotta read her the question though, because she's over there.
Okay.
2004, The Return of the King became only the second movie sequel in Oscar history to win the Best Picture. What movie sequel was the first to win the Academy Award? I'm trying to think of this. Sequel. Damn it.
The Godfather.
The Godfather.
Good question. Good.
Two.
Sequel to Godfather. We'll count that. The Godfather Part 2.
Oh, yay. Very
Whoa!
good.
1,000 points.
All right, Rita.
Did it
Rita's
again.
killing it.
Darn it. Okay. Sorry, guys. Keep hitting the wrong buttons. I remember most of these were answered.
We did this right here.
I don't know. This might have been answered too.
Yeah, that was taken.
Okay, and
The,
That's Marvel.
that was
That was-
answered. I'm
That was
sorry, guys.
second.
Harry, I bombed this.
Yes.
I bombed it. You probably did. I bombed a math question.
This one was done too. Okay, this might be it.
What mathematical constant is used mostly in circles and is infinitely long? And I forgot.
Danielle, those
Yeah, that was all right.
Oh, yeah.
that
no.
was Rita. Wendy's next.
Wendy.
Worded
Here's your-
badly. Yeah, it's worded badly. It's not
infinitely long.
It's not infinitely long, right? I should challenge that.
Academy
Wendy.
Awards 800.
What was it?
Academy Awards 800.
Academy Awards 800. Which director has received 17 Oscar nominations for his films, including Raiders of the Lost Ark, E.T., and Saving Private Ryan?
Steven Spielberg.
That is correct. Steven Spielberg, 800 for Wendy.
Good one.
Good job. Brian,
I'll take vehicles and media for 400.
vehicles in media, 400. Question. Which 1970 TV show featured two detectives and a far-out red Gran Torino?
I really have no idea, so I'm gonna say I don't know, and I'll lose the points.
You'll lose the points. All
You want to
right.
take a guess?
Yeah, you
I'm
might
not
as well
gonna
try.
1970s TV show with detectives.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say Get Smart, but it's not Get Smart because it's from the 60s, so I'll just guess Get Smart.
Okay, that is incorrect. Martha, you want to steal?
I'll try to steal this. I believe it's Starsky and Hutch. Could be wrong.
That is correct.
Yeah, I don't know
And
that.
And Martha, it is your board.
My board. Let's see. Holy cow. All right, I'll try Marvel Heroes for 1,000.
Marvel
Go big, Martha, go home.
I'm gonna go down big.
What is the name of the power source that keeps Tony Stark alive in Iron Man? You do have a lifeline, Martha.
I have
She
a
has to
lifeline.
Ask
Which
the
one
audience.
do I have?
Ask the
You have asked
audience.
the audience left.
Ask the audience? Okay, audience. What keeps Tony Stark alive in Iron Man, the power source? Oh, what is that?
Right,
No.
audience.
Full fusion reactor, I think, but.
Got a name. Does anybody know?
Anybody know the name of the power source for Iron Man?
Money jokes with that.
Okay. I'm getting some answers here. I'm going to go with arc reactor. Thank
Arc
you.
reactor? That is correct. Arc
Woo-hoo. Thank
reactor.
you. Thank you. Oh,
1,000 points for Martha. And Rita, it is your board.
All right, let's try Long Island for 200.
Long Island for 200. And the question is, you can find souvenirs and information on Long Island's East End in this waterfowl-shaped structure.
A big duck.
I'm sorry?
A big duck. The big duck.
The big duck is correct.
Not technically the East End. Well, maybe it is.
Big duck.
Riverhead.
Okay. Wendy is your bird.
Rita.
I went.
You just answered it.
Oh, I thought that was Martha's voice. I'm sorry.
No, that was me.
Oh, I was quacking though.
Okay. I'm gonna STEM for 200.
What was it? STEM?
Yeah.
Okay, STEM for 200. And the question is, what is the atomic symbol for potassium?
K.
K is correct.
Yeah.
200 points for Wendy. And Brian, it is your board.
I'm gonna take Marvel for 600.
Marvel for 600. Question. Audiences are introduced to Thor's sister Hela in Thor Ragnarok. What is she the goddess of?
Oh gosh, I have no idea. Okay, so he's of thunder. Let's say she's lightning.
Final answer?
Yeah, lightning.
That is incorrect.
I thought so.
Martha, do you want to steal or
Okay, I'm gonna try. I believe it's the underworld or something like that, below the earth. Hell.
we'll count that. She is the goddess of death, the underworld. That was 600. And Martha, it is your board.
Oh my goodness. All right, I'll try Marvel Heroes. I'll try for 400.
Marvel 400. Question. In Sony's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, what is the main character's name? The high school boy.
I'm up.
Spider-Man is not correct.
Okay, I'll try Peter Parker.
That is incorrect. Rita, you want to steal or skip?
Sony's Spider-Man
No clue.
into the Spider-Verse. What is the main character's name?
We'll skip.
Pass.
Okay. Wendy, steal or skip?
Alex.
Alex? That is incorrect. Brian, steal or skip?
Skip.
All right. It is Miles Morales.
Oh, Miles Morales.
Oh, him.
Oh, yeah.
Rita. It is your
Academy
board.
Awards for 200.
Okay, Academy
Sure.
Awards 200. Question. Which tale as old as time became the first animated film to be nominated for Best Picture Oscar?
Beauty and the Beast.
Oh,
Yep.
that is correct.
Oh, yay, Rita. Good job.
I can't answer any of these other ones.
Wendy, it is your board.
Vehicles in the media.
Vehicles in the media. 200. Question. Which Disney film released in 2006 stars protagonist Lightning McQueen and features the voice of Owen Wilson, Cheech Marin, and Dale Earnhardt Jr.?
I would have been 11.
Perfect age for this movie.
Cars.
That is correct.
Hey.
All right. 200 points for Wendy. Brian.
Gonna get another 10.
This is a hard decision. Do I risk losing more points? I'm gonna risk it. 800.
It's 800. Okay.
Yeah.
Marvel's Heroes 800. Question. What is the last MCU movie that Stan Lee appeared in?
Oh. I know he died. Let's say. I'm just gonna take a guess. I'm gonna say the Avengers: Age of Ultron. I think that's
is incorrect.
I thought so.
Martha, do you want to steal or skip?
Oh, my goodness. I think I'll skip.
Okay. Rita, do you want to steal or skip?
Can I ask the audience, am I allowed to do that?
You
I
can.
know you have one lifeline left, so yeah.
Okay, I'll ask the audience.
All right, audience, Rita needs your help. What was the last MCU movie that Stan Lee appeared in?
Did they get a snack? They need a snack. Can you give them a snack? Could you give them a snack? Can you get a snack?
Come on. Where's the answers? I don't know where, if you see them, I don't see anything.
Most people are answering Endgame.
No.
Endgame. Rita, do you want to go with the audience?
Interesting. Avengers, Infinity War.
Final answer? Rita?
Most people say
I don't, Endgame. I'll go with Endgame. I have no clue. Endgame, that's fine.
Endgame? Final answer?
Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, final answer, Endgame.
Thank you, audience.
Oh, it
is
was
Avengers Endgame. And
Thank you, audience.
that was for Rita, 800. I think that was Brian's question. So, Martha, last question. Marvel's 200.
That's that's it, right? Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Question. Who is considered the first Avenger?
Oh, God. Let's see. I have no idea. I guess I should guess, though, right? I'm going to lose anyway.
Yeah.
Spider-Man? Oh, my son's groaning. I guess it's wrong.
You got to assist.
Rita, it is your question. Do you want to pass or skip? Skip or answer?
Who are you talking to? I'm sorry.
Rita, you.
Oh, I have no idea. I'm sorry. I don't know who it is.
Skip?
Yeah, I'm in Dreamland.
Wendy, do you want to skip or steal?
Is it Captain America?
It is Captain America.
I didn't even know that.
I believe his movie was Captain America, First Avenger.
That's true.
Wow. Wendy.
Sorry. I got five wrong.
PML trivia.
That was
And
misleading
we'll give
a little,
Ed a
right?
moment to tally up the final
Yep.
scores, and then whenever
Scores
he's ready, he will give us the answer.
Tally up the scores.
Oh.
Probably lost. We had five.
All right. Do we want them in order of participant or in order of least to greatest?
Let's do least to greatest. Let's make it dramatic.
All right. So, with 1,100 points, we have Wendy.
Ace.
That's not negative.
Oh,
It's
you
a lot.
got
Positive number.
With 2,900 points, we have Brian.
Ooh.
Brian.
Yeah, it's toppled.
With 3,700, we have Martha.
Oh, Rita!
And taking the number one spot, we have Rita with 6,300.
Yeah, Rita.
Thank God
Awesome.
for Dinky Carter.
You have to come back in 2 weeks.
You'll have to come back for the next round.
I have to read Harry Potter.
All right, guys. Thank you all so much for attending. And thank you to our participants. And thank you to Ed, and Elizabeth, and Josh. I'm sorry again for my technical difficulties. If you are interested, we have a variety of virtual programs like this and other ones that are different, you can find all our virtual programming on our website, pmlib.org. Any last words from our contestants?
Thank you, Jay. Thank you,
Yes,
Elizabeth.
thank
Thank you,
Thank
Ed,
you.
Josh,
Thank you
everybody,
so much.
and audience. Thanks for coming. Open mic on Monday night, the 18th of May, 7 o'clock. Play your ukuleles, your trumpets, your xylophones, or sing karaoke. Join us.
Thank you, everybody. That was fun.
All right,
Bye-bye.
thank you guys so much.
Take care.
How do I get out of here now?
Just close it down.